Good afternoon, grade 9s. I hope you're fine and well. It's a very cold and rainy day here on my side, and I hope that you're all ready for your assessment for today. You can see there on your screen that is going to count 40 marks for today. All right, and we will talk about it at the end of the lesson again, but you guys remember it's going to be today, tomorrow, and Thursday that you're going to do assessments like these, and all of them are counting marks. I will also indicate at the end of the lesson how you must send it to me so I can mark it. Right, so I hope you've got your pen and your paper ready to start with. But before we're going to start, at least let's just greet each other in the chatting box, because I can see you quite quiet there. Not many people is talking. Right, I'm going to the next slide, and there is your question for today. Question 1, that is the only question you're going to do today. That will be a combined activity. We're going to work through that slide, and it is saying they complete the following journals: CRJ, CPJ, DJ, and CJ. The formats of the journals is on the next slide show. I will get to that right now. So you will see there's a lot of transactions for March 2020. The transactions is mixed, and you need to decide first of all to which journal it must go, and then you need to go and write it in one of those 4 journals. Right, before I'm going to scan through the transactions with you guys, please, the chatting box is now only going to be for this lesson if you have questions. Please don't put any answers in there, all right? The answers will be on your paper. So let's just scan through the transactions, and then I will give you some time. On the first, the owner is James invested 100,000 as capital into the business bank account. Issue receipt number 1. On the third, pay the municipality 1,000 rand for water and electricity. Issue check 001. On the 5th, purchase a vehicle on credit from Preston's Motors, 50,000, and invoice 10 was issued. Look on the 8th, there are 2 transactions on the 8th. The first one is services rendered according to the cash register roll, 2,000 rand, and the cost price is 1,000 rand. And sorry, I'm just looking in the chat box. Max is asking if I'm talking. Yes, Max. So I hope you can hear me. Right, getting back to the transactions, the second one on the 8th, pay the wages per check 2,000 rand. On the 15th, sell goods on credit to SRU, and invoice 1 was issued for 2,000 rand, the cost price 1,200. On the 18th, according to the cash register roll, services rendered of 1,250, and the profit is 25%. On the 22nd, purchase stationery from CNA on credit, 600 rand. On the 25th, stock was sold on credit to J. Smith for 2,000 rand, and the profit is 20%. On the 27th, rent was received from W. Harper for 8,000 rand, and the receipt was issued. On the 28th, pay the wages per check 2,000 rand. And on the 30th, according to the bank statement, received bank charges that was paid of 550 rand. Right, so there is your transactions. I will come back now to this slideshow with the transactions, and then I will stick on that. But let's just move to the formats. So what you guys now need to do is, because I'm just going to stick on this slide for about 3 minutes, and then I'll go to the next slide for 3 minutes, so you can copy the headings and the formats for yourself. And then I will go back to slide 1 where the transactions is going to be, so you can complete it. Right, so on your piece of paper, right now, first of all, write your name and surname on it. You can write also the question 1. And then you start to make the headings, the columns for yourself. Remember, you need to have enough space. So I don't know if you want to use 4 pages, or even you can do 2 journals on a page, but just you have to leave enough space open to write in the transactions. So there in front of you, there is the format or the columns that you're going to need for the CRJ. So again, it's document number, date, details, analysis of receipts, bank sales, cost of sales, and sundry accounts. And for the debtors journal, it's document number, day, details, sales, and cost of sales. That is normally a fixed format, but I will quickly stick about 3 minutes so you can copy this one before we go into continue. Okay, Max, as soon as you are up and running and going, just indicate to me so I know that you're fine on that well. Maybe I can just quickly repeat some of the things so you know what to do. Right, Max, can you hear me? Just indicate, please. Right, guys, I'm going to move to the next slideshow. That will be the other 2 journals, so you can get their formats. Right, so to start off, there's the CPJ. Your columns is going to be document number, day, details, bank, wages, and sundry accounts. And then for the CJ, for the creditors journal, it's going to be document number, day, details, creditors control, stationery, and sundry accounts. So I'm going to give you 3 minutes again on this one. Copy the headings for yourself, and then I will go back to the slide with the transactions. Right, I hope everyone has seen the headings because I want to move back now to the first slideshow where the transactions is going to be on. Right, so there's your transactions. So I'm going to give you quite a few minutes to do this. So I'm going to be quiet on this side, but please, people, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Put your question in the chat box. I will look at the box the whole time. But please, as I said, no answers there, only questions that you have. Okay, so you can start off doing it now. And then just one more thing, and I will tell you now again. As soon as you've got some time, between writing in the transactions, please also indicate in the chat box your name and cell phone number because sometimes I can't make out the name of the person. All right. So put your name and your cell phone number in the chat box. Why? Because I want to mark these activities maybe later this week or over the weekend. And then I want to give everyone some feedback on their mark. Okay, so I don't want to put on the whole group everyone's marks. It's not how it's going to work with me. So I want to give feedback individually to each one. So that's the only reason why I need your cell phone numbers. All right. But right, you've got quite a few minutes now to do this. We will talk about, let's say, the next 20, 25 minutes. All right. Okay, Tanju, I can see you asked to show the DJ format. Okay, I'm going to say, but I will also put it in the chat box for you so you can get it. So it will be document number, day, details, sales, and cost of sales. There you see it now. Okay, I see there's a question regarding the document number for capital in the CRJ. Must it be, for example, 001 or C1? Because I've learned it as 001. Let me just look at the transaction. Okay, so it is that transaction on the first. The owner is James, invested 100,000 as capital into the business bank account, issue receipt 1. Okay, you use what they give to you. Okay, so sometimes it will be 001, but in this case, you're going to use it as receipt 1. Okay. Okay, another question from Tandu. Ma'am, on day 5, what is the profit percentage? On day 5, it says purchase a vehicle on credit from Preston's Motors, 50,000, and invoice 10 was issued. You don't need a profit percentage there. It's about credit purchases. Yes, I don't want to help you any further on that one, but I can just tell you, you don't need a profit percentage there. Okay, another question on the 18th. Asking if the amount is sales or cost of sales. So let's see on the 18th. According to the cash register roll, services rendered of 1,250 and the profit is 25%. Okay, that will go under sales. So you need to go and calculate cost of sales. Remember, if they have said there, according to the cash register roll, services rendered with a cost price of, okay, then you know that is the cost price. But they didn't indicate anything, so then you accept it that the 1,250 is going towards sales, so you're going to calculate cost of sales. I also just want to say, people, that you have more than enough time. Okay, so please don't rush everything off. There's more than enough time to complete. Remember, if you have questions, put it in the box. And also remember, if you may be finished, to put your name and your cell phone number also in the box, please. If you're done, you can do it like done, you have done to indicate that it's done by putting done in the chat box. But as I said, you've got more than enough time, people. I will still give you about, let's say, 7 to 8 minutes. I was waiting for somebody to ask that question here. For the last transaction, is the source document still a check counterfoil or is the bank statement? That is one of my catches that I put in this activity. So again, let's look at the transaction on the 30th. It is saying according to the bank statement received, bank charges was paid of 550 Rand. So in this case, it's according to the bank statement received. So the bank statement is going to be your source document. And you can just use in BS for bank statement in the document number column. Yes, you're correct. There also on the details, still the transaction on the 30th, on the details you can write their cash. If they have given us, for instance, maybe a name of a bank, then you could have write the name banks in there, but we don't have the bank's name, so therefore you can write the word cash. Tanda, that's also fine. You said you have written the word bank. That is okay. Also not a problem. So it can be either cash or just the word bank, or like I say, if they have mentioned us the name of the bank, then you could have written the name of the bank there. I can see there's plus minus. Okay, thank you. There is a number coming through, but there are plus minus 9 people attending the class. Okay, I've only received the third number, cell phone number now. So please don't forget to put it in the box, all right? Your name and your cell phone number. Email is also fine. You can give me your email address as well, and then I will send your marks to the email address. So then you must just give me your email address, please. I still keep this question on with the transactions if some of the people is maybe still busy. But if you're done, what you need to do is make sure your name is on it. And then you need to take a photo of your answers. And then you can either email it to me or WhatsApp it for me so I can mark it. And I've put in the box on my email address, celine.vermeulen@gmail.com. And there's my number as well, 063-289-3170. It's also on the first slide of the PowerPoint. So please take note of that. You need to take a photo of your answers, and then you either must email or WhatsApp it for me so I can mark it. Right? You have time till tomorrow evening for today's assessment to send it off. So either you can do it right now, this afternoon, or tomorrow. And then tomorrow I will give you some time till the next day, and so we will go on. Right, I will put on this slide again now if somebody still wants to check. I just quickly want to show the rest of the people that you can see after this question. That's the only question for today that we are going to be finished. But there is the transactions if somebody is still busy. So remember, tomorrow you're going to continue with your next assessment. Again, have some pen and paper ready. Of course, we are now done with the journals. So tomorrow I'm not going to ask the journals again, all right? So that will be based on the other work that we have done. All right. If there's any questions, please put it in the box now. Otherwise, we are basically done for today. Remember to send off your answers to me, and then I'm just going to wait another minute or two if there's some people asking questions or that wants to finish off. And there's still people owing me some either email address or a cell phone number, please. And then, guys, you must remember, if you're not going to send off your results, then there's going to be a no mark. All right, so on your report card, it's going to show then in 0 for EMS. Okay, so please, people, you cannot forget about it. It's very important. You need to send off your results to me. Right, it doesn't look if there's any more questions. So, okay, I just want to take this another number. I just want to take that. And then otherwise, we are finished for today then. Okay, so thank you very much for participating in today's lesson. I can see somebody's asking, do you require our calculations for the cost of sales? No, I just want to see your final answer. So you don't have to send off the calculations. That is not necessary. Thank you very much. So otherwise, people, thank you. Then we are done for today. Yeah, I'm just going to wait another few seconds, but that's it. Otherwise, we are done. All right, thank you, people. See you guys tomorrow. Go and study a little bit and have a nice evening. Goodbye.